Hello, everyone. I'm back to code a little bit. Haven't done the streaming thing in a while, so figured I'd jump right back in. I decided to basically the way I approached it is let's see, hold on. Okay. So I'm on. Basically the way I approached it is I promised Twitter or I publicly promised myself that I'd stream on Saturday 1 p.m. It's not like I'm going out. The world is ending, and plus it's raining here in New York City, so figured, why not stream? Why not have some fun with some Sanity and some Redwood? So these are two of my favorite applications, and let's actually jump right into that. So, Redwood, what Redwood is, and what Sanity is. What Redwood is basically it almost feels like a Rails for JavaScript, or a Rails that's being built for JavaScript. Let's be honest, it's still it's still not production ready. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they'd say that themselves as well. When I say they, it's the creators of RedwoodJS. Not production ready by any means, but they're working really hard on it, and it's coming out really nicely. I know with 0.7. They just released authentication. So you kind of get Netlify or OAuth authentication really easily out of the box. I'm not sure if they added any guides for it. Let's see, auth. Oh, they did. They did. That's amazing. So there are guides, there are tutorials for how to use authentication here, it seems. Yep. So they're making it really nice. And you get a database out of the box and an API. Now with Sanity, what Sanity is basically a CMS. But the CMS is super, super nice. I'll show you going into the CMS and maybe editing a movie or so to show you the true power of Sanity, and maybe adding an attribute to a movie. And when I say movie, this video, I'll be creating a just a movie viewer kind of thing. Just basically I'm rendering out a list of movies coming out of the Sanity CMS. And the reason it's a list of movies is because that's some of the initial data that they give you. I don't want to spend this video creating fake data. So Sanity comes out of the box with some fake data, and that fake data are movies. And we'll see the movies once I stand up the Sanity CMS. And then, I'll just get to rendering, basically fetching those movies from the Sanity API and rendering them on the screen. So, first things first, I'll stand up the Redwood application. So, let's go here to practice, let's say, and to stand up Redwood, what do we need to do? Should probably bump up my font, I imagine, for you guys. And yeah, I got my Twitch chat open, my YouTube chat open, so let me know. I don't know, give me a shout. Let's see. And yeah, when I say I don't know what I'm doing, I literally haven't done Redwood in more than a month. So I even forgot how to initialize a Redwood application. So apologies there. Wow. Introduction, but no get started, and then they go into authentication. Welcome Redwood, prereqs installation. Okay. So let's create Redwood app, and we'll call it movie list. I don't know. Not important. If I ever look here, by the way, that's because I have another monitor there. And also let me know if the music's too loud or too low. I know you guys are dying to hear the music I'm listening to. Redwood dev. Alright, so that'll stand up the dev server, I hope. Came out here. But yeah, we're out. we're good. RedwoodJS is up. This is what I'm supposed to see. And it's basically saying that if you're seeing this page, it's because you don't have any custom routes yet. And you can add a homepage route like so. And they'll tell you, let's actually go into the code. It's silly for me to hang out here in the CLI. I'll tell you go to, let's say, routes, right? And you'll see an undefined page. I could probably add this here. Alright. Oh, I have no homepage, and then it'll say there's no homepage. An easier way, instead of kind of copying paste there and creating your own homepage, is using their CLI. They have a really nice CLI. So let's go to our first page, and let's generate movies. It'll be a movie list. So actually I'll make it... where's my... Nope, there it is. So yarn redwood generate page. I'll generate the page called movie list. I wonder if... I think they take care of that, but... And I want it at / movies. Yeah, I do. Okay, and then I'll have a home page. You know what? Let's make it the home page. Okay, so you'll see that automatically. Let me actually bump this stuff up. Oh, it comes with the .vs Code settings. That's actually really cool. Editor, font size. And the reason I love doing these streams is because I learn a lot as I go on. Because I'm kind of forced to... Oh, that's huge. I'm kind of forced to explain myself, which is cool. Alright, so I think that's a good size. I hope you guys can see it. That's if anyone's even watching. And when I say that, I'm totally teasing. I'm like teasing myself, I should say. Alright, so you'll see here that we have a movie list page on the index. Right, so we created an index, and it has a movie list page. Again, I didn't do much. I haven't touched the code yet. I just touched the CLI, and this is why I kind of like it so much. So for now, I'm going to call the Redwood app kind of stood up. It's stood up, it's up, it's ready to go. Now, what I want to do is stand up the Sanity app, and then I'll get to merging it. So, I think all I do here is Sanity init. No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that, right? Let's try Sanity init. It's gonna yell at me. Oh no, it's not gonna yell at me. All right, so I'm gonna create a new project. I'm gonna call a movie faux app or something. All right, they want to know here if I want to change the dataset configuration. I'll use the default one. And we're good. They're creating a dataset, and what a dataset is, you could use one, like one piece of data. No, I'm sorry, like one set of data for say production, and another set of data for say development. And here is where it gets weird. The Sanity project is going to be spit out in another folder in this file structure, but I need to take that from that new folder into the root. So this part kind of sucks, but I'm doing the movie project, and this project template, it'll add the Sanity schema for my application. And add a sampling of sci-fi movies, yes. And this is what I mean by them giving me some data to play with. So that'll finish up. I'm going to move this to my second screen here because it's not too important right now. I'm taking a sip of my coffee as I wait. As I wait, as I wait, I want to go into the RedwoodJS and kind of remind myself of what I'm doing. Layout here. Create a header. Okay, so we could have a header, and that'd be a layout. So what layouts are about? They wrap pages, so when they give you layouts out of the box. On admin layout first out, so we could have more than one layout. That makes sense. Cut the header. Okay, so we're gonna make a header kind of. That makes sense. That'd be cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, there's a way I would believe to kind of cut out the database, which is what I will want to do. I don't know if they. Oh, there it is. I think nope. I'll figure it out. Deployment kind of cookbook. Disable API database, right? So you remove the directory and turn it off from the build process, right? And did I tell you how to remove the database? Because actually no, I don't have a database right now. Okay, cool. So it's just the API. Awesome. All right. So as you see, the movie fo app is here, and we have a config folder which I can bring out. Google Maps input. That's a little nuts. We have some node modules. See it, and it has its own package.json. This is what I mean. I want to merge this package.json. I don't know if you saw. Oops. If you saw here, I want to merge the package.json into the Redwood into the root package.json. So I should call that the root package.json. And then I can move all these, I believe. Oh, you know what it is about Redwood? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's JavaScript. So far, right now, they're working on making it TypeScript. But right now, it's JavaScript. I won't be critical about that. I do like TypeScript, though. But it's okay. I'll live. These are the schemas for the Sanity. So, I want to see something. If I do... Alright, so if I do Sanity start here, it's not going to work. It's be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if I go to movie fo app and do Sanity start, and Sanity is a binary I have installed on my computer before because I've already used Sanity. Now when I say binary, it's probably not literally a binary file. But now the word binary file has changed a little bit. It's just anything that's executable. Even if it's not, binary. Alright, so let's go to logo. So now I want to show you the what Sanity actually looks like on the CMS end. Let me log in here. Am I logging in? How am I logging in here? You know when you're like not sure of your login and stuff? Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is our data, and it's ready to go. This movie called Wally, awesome. Just really cool stuff. The slug, the detail page is you'll see the slug is the URL basically. External ID must be an ID to an external source. Let's say IMDb. Actually, I'm curious if it's IMDb. I guess that was a stupid way of looking it up, but what if I put this? No. What if I put this? Nope. Okay. Let's go to Wally. I am actually curious if they use actual. No, they don't. Okay. Not for. It's not IMDb at the very least. Okay. Anywho, popularity is that. Movie poster, awesome. Cast members. Now, these are references to I imagine persons that exist. Yeah. These are references to people that exist. So it's almost like a two tables in a database. You have a person table in the database, and you have your movie, and here you give it a reference to another cast member, right? So you could search for, add them, etc., etc. This is really nice. They did that really well. Let's close that. Wait, did I add that guy? Oh shoot, I think I did. Alright. And they have the crew members. That's super awesome. Super cool by Sanity to like really, really put a lot of work in their demo CMS. Right, and then there's screenings. I probably won't be using screenings. But this is the same way they use like almost like a foreign key to the movie table or the movie schema, I think, in Sanity World. So this is what Sanity looks like in the back end, and in the back end and the CMS, and this is what if you have, let's say, a non-developer working with you, and they want to be able to edit the data, edit the copy, maybe edit this description here, something like Sanity is what you want to use. And I say something like Sanity because there are other CMSs out there. Contentful comes to mind. I've never used that. And then the old school stuff, WordPress, etc. I like Sanity. I'm super happy with Sanity, and their pricing model is really generous. I'm using it in production, and I'm still on their free plan. But I'm willing to throw the credit card down and pay when it comes time to do that, because it's been sick. Okay. So that was Sanity. And what I want to do, so I guess I kind of stood up the Sanity application, but I still need to merge it into the root. And I want to be able, so I'll consider that task done when I can run Sanity start from here and not get any errors. So it's hopefully as easy as like, let's see. Actually, before I do this, I'm just gonna init. I'm sorry, git commit. Oh wow. So Sanity here does not come with a git ignore out of the box, which is a little weird. Because let's say this git ignore did not exist, that would be included. So I wonder if Sanity in their template should add a git ignore, right? So I'm actually going to put that. I won't do it now because that's boring as hell, but I'm going to put that. So add issue to which Sanity is missing, git ignore in movie app template. Because I think that's actually pretty important, especially for new developers that might forget to add the git ignore and then they commit their node modules, and that's gross. They have good keeps. Alright. So let's move this on back down. So yarn.lock's gone. tsconfig is theoretically gone. I'm unfortunately not going to use TypeScript for this. And I only say that because Redwood is not TypeScript ready out of the box. README. Do I care? Nope, I don't. So, gone. I'll leave the package JSON for later. Take this out. Take the schemas out. The plugins are empty, but I'll leave that folder there in case it uses it. Gone. Node modules is gone. And now comes the hard part. So, harder part. I guess not that hard. So this is my real package.json, right? And this is the package.json for the for Sanity. And it's a matter of actually probably just moving. I don't need these, I think. Maybe React icons I'll keep. Prop types, not gonna get that deep. Take this. Alright, I want to add, let's add a keywords here. I like this idea. And that way, actually no, I guess keywords don't really matter, but if it, boom. Okay, so I think we're done here. Before I start deleting stuff, let me make sure that here, actually, let me use a proper CLI. And here I can run Sanity start, and that's what I said. That's how I know ready. I then run a yarn install. So let's install stuff. I know there are a lot of things going on my screen right now. Sorry, but right now I'm just reinstalling the Sanity package that I uninstalled from their node modules. Awesome. So Sanity start, please work. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, you know what's hysterical? I initted this GitHub, this Git, and I promised myself I would commit before doing all this, and then I somehow forgot. I don't know how I did that. A little spacey. Cool, and it's up. It's ready to go, and it's in the root. It's all kind of merged in the root there. And so that means I should be able to get rid of this here. Let's make sure it still works even without that. I know it will, but... And then I want to, let's see, I probably need all that stuff. It all looks good. I actually don't need an NVM RC. Actually, maybe. I use AFDF. Alright, so we're good. Alright, perfect. So, that looks fine. I'm happy. Okay. So now I have both my Redwood and my Sanity servers running. I'm gonna move the CLI to make room on the screen. I'm happy here. That's merged. Now I want to fetch a list of movies and display a list of movies. Right. So this is kind of where I get lost because I know the way I. Ooh, what happened here? Why is this not working? Gonna restart the Redwood application here. Okay, good. We're all good. So I think I want to create a cell. And this cell will have a movie list. So it'll almost be like a cell that says movie list. And then I can throw that movie list component into my movie list page. Alright. So our first cell is that. How do we tell it? Oh no, don't tell me this is like tightly coupled with GraphQL. I hope not. I can't imagine it being that tightly coupled with GraphQL. Create a cell, you export several specially named constants, and then Redwood takes it from there. Typical cell looks like this, which is definitely GraphQL and not Sanity. I mean, theoretically, I could use. Where are the posts coming from? I think I got a little lost here. Posts are coming from Prisma. And it's a GraphQL query. Which is really cool, but I wish I could, instead of using GraphQL, and I wonder how to, like, what if I wanted to use GraphQL? Because you could use GraphQL with Sanity. But what if I, instead of querying my API, I want to use... I guess I could finagle this a little bit. And obviously there's a TS config here. It's a little weird because there's no TS. Odd. Okay. I think I'm getting what's going on here. So this stuff was automatically generated from back here, right? If I were to migrate this database and creating a post editor, we haven't. Oh, so let's generate everything we need to perform all the. So we can. Okay. I wonder if I can do like Yarn Redwood generate scaffolding for a movie. No schema definition found in schema Prisma. So what's going on here is they're looking in Prisma saying movie doesn't exist. However, the movie's not coming from my Prisma. No bueno. So I have to, like, I'm not going to use Prisma the database. I want to just have a... Maybe I'll use the API to grab the Sanity stuff. The data from Sanity is what I'm saying. So it looks like I'll have to do this. I could cheat a little bit, put it in the Prisma schema, scaffold from that schema, like use Prisma schema almost as a cheat to allow myself to scaffold. Right, so like let's say I put movie here, ID, what does the movie have? So if I put a movie here and the movie has it probably has an ID, right? I'm almost positive it does actually, and that's a string. And then there's a slug. That slug should be unique, and there's a title. Alright, so let's say I scaffold for the movie. Now it might work. Yeah. So it will work, and you'll see there's a movie STL here. And it gives me the query, and I could create a slug. And I want to be able to create a slug. Right? So it would be cool. So let's see the order of operations here. So I think they create the SDL first, which is defining add services. Create several pages. Oh wow, it does a lot of magic. So now we have a lot of pages here. We have a list, which is cool. Movies page. That's You know what is weird too? When I created my page with the Redwood like generate page, they added tests. However, when it's created via scaffolding, there are no tests. Something I noticed. Alright, and then they added them to the routes. I like the movie list page. I like that name. So movies page. Just to keep it consistent. I'm probably not gonna use all this stuff, but I mean they kinda added it for me, so like I'm stuck. And now out of curiosity, what if I added, and again I'm not gonna use Prisma, I'm just using it as a like proxy to generate these. So let's say I generate again. Will it like overwrite it? Nope, it already exists. So what to do if you make a mistake? How do you undo the scaffolding? Oh my god, that's interesting. So I think I'm gonna git stash all this. I don't love what's going on here. So let's like git stash, get rid of it all. It's gone. Oh no. Oh, this is still added, right? Oh no, what did I do? Just delete this stuff little by little. So this is gone. Don't need that. Don't even know what the CSS file is. Don't know what this... do I need that HTML? Oh my god, what did I do? Let's reload this window. Feeling VS Code's gone crazy here. I swear I did. Let's bring this index.css back. And Undo all. All this web stuff that I got, I don't want it. So, alright, let me add some stuff that I would like to tell the people at add issue to Redwood, where pages stemming from scaffolding have no... I guess here you can see what I'm doing, that's fine. Issue to Redwood where pages stemming from scaffolding have no tests. Add post to forum, to Redwood forum, asking about tightly cells being tightly coupled to I guess they're not tightly coupled to GraphQL. They kind of are. Right, I can't use, for instance, Sanity at all there. And maybe that's just it. That's just something that you get with an opinionated framework. Like, that's just how they do it. That's it. You live with it. However, ask about scaffolding sans Prisma. Like, if I want to create queries for a movie, but like I should be able to create GraphQL queries for a movie without the need for Prisma, in my opinion. Call me crazy. What is going on here? Alright, so let's redo that. Routes is okay, I think. Oh no, are these just empty? Oh, these are empty folders now? What a pain. Yeah. Alright, now I'm just cleaning up scaffolding. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Okay. So, what I want to do now is do something like this. Movies STL. I kept this on purpose. And that'll be my schema. I'm happy with that. And I guess the GQL tag is attached globally. I won't be doing any of these mutations. Sorry. That's what you came here for, but I won't be doing that. And I want to get the movies and the movie. On top of that, I have a movies thing where I could use Sanity like Grok here to grab to be the resolvers here. Alright, so again, I won't be creating, updating, or deleting movies. There will not be any mutations. But I'll grab one movie, or I'll grab many movies. Which is cool. So now I think I will be able to use this in a cell. But it took a lot of work. Sorry, I have to take care of something real quick. I want to make sure that I'm actually streaming. Sorry. Okay, yep, I'm streaming. It's working. I'm not going crazy. Alright. So what I want to do now, sometimes I get lost. I still want to fetch a list of movies. So to do that, I need to create the resolver. And to do that, I need to have a way of querying Sanity. Right, and I forget if Sanity gives me that out of the box. I don't think so. So, I'm going to look at another, let's see, so if I open, kind of want to learn to do this stuff, 100% on keyboard. So if I go to Sanity, I want something like this, basically. So I'm getting this from the Sanity client, which I do believe I have installed. I don't. Interesting. Okay. So yarn install Sanity client. Right, and this is the client that I'll use. Running this command will add the dependency to workspace root rather than the workspace itself. If you really meant it, make it explicit with a W. Ignore workspace root check. What? So maybe this means... So let's go installation, starting development, file structure, forms, and let's see, they have this out of the box. I want to understand if they explain yarn workspaces to me. No, probably not. Alright, that's just fine. I guess they don't need to. Probably don't need to. Run this command will add dependency to workspace root itself. So add yarn install to workspace. Okay. So I guess it's yarn workspace add. Okay, that makes sense. So yarn workspace add. So let's actually take all this. Oh no, I need this here. I'm gonna leave the Sanity stuff here because I'm not sure what goes where, but I'm gonna have the Sanity client in my yarn workspace API. Right, that's the name of the workspace. Add Sanity client. Okay, that worked. And with that, this should get the Sanity client, which I'll only be interacting in the API side of things. So for now, my API will be a proxy to Sanity, which is okay. I'm fine with that. And here, I just want to, let's create a lib, sanity.js. And I'll be basically copying off this code that I have on the left, which is code I've already written and I know works. Oops, sorry. Code I've already written I know works. So let's basically import Sanity client from Sanity client. Don't you love using your old code as like almost as documentation or reference in itself? It's nice. Alright, and then I need the project ID. You know what I wonder? So I need to change this project ID and put like development here or something. Let's see, Sanity client. If they have something where like it does it for you, like all this setup, because I don't remember. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, I'm actually gonna keep that documentation open. Close that and get all the information I need from here, hopefully. So where do I find the project ID? So I have a feeling it's gonna be here. And we're good, I believe. Do I want this image URL builder? No, I'm gonna want that on the on the website. So I'm going to keep this open, put it on my other screen, and when I start fetching using Sanity like asset objects, I'll need the URL builder to actually render out the images. But for now, this should work. So I created the Sanity client. Now the best way for me to do this is, let's actually, so for fetching stuff from Sanity, you'll need to use a Sanity, like grok. It's called grok. So, movie, and there's your movie, right? So if it's type movie, you get all the movies, I believe, right? And you get all the properties inside of that movie. And let's just say you want a list of titles, you can do that, and you get a list of titles. So, which is kind of cool. So we'll want to fetch all the movies, and I'll figure out exactly the properties I need to render as I go along. So when I do this, I actually want to import, and I'm going to get rid of that db import soon, from where am I? ap source lib. What? Okay, I messed something up. db. Is this how? Oh wow! Hello. Move that here. All right. Okay, and I get it. It's being angry because I could just do that. And it's saying Sanity's declared but tally never read. Okay, so we haven't used Sanity yet. So we want to do, what is it? Sanity dot. Oh man. I'm such a, like, I rely so much on, let's say, TypeScript that tells me, like, if I press dot, it just tells me what I want to call. I know I'm sounding kind of annoying right now, or I don't know how to use this without TypeScript, but sadly I don't. Fetch movies query, right? And let's call the movies query here. Let's say count movie by ID query. Find that in a bit. And for syntax highlighting, I like to do this a little bit. And then I'll go like that, and that'll be in here. That'll work. Alright, so it's kind of cool because if you take this away, you don't get syntax highlighting, but if you add it, you do. And that's for grok. And you could actually do that for GraphQL as well. If you did like GraphQL, I think, it'll give you syntax highlighting. See how that changed? It tried to highlight it, but since it's not GraphQL, it failed. Anyway, so return the fetch movies query. I think that's good enough. So, and then to fetch by ID. There is no ID, so I don't know how I'm gonna fetch by ID. We'll fetch by slug. Fetch by slug. My slug. And let's say I want to do it where slug equals like Wally. Okay, okay. I swore I did it like that. Slug equals Wally. Looking at my other screen here, so this is, actually I could bring it on here, it's not, doesn't matter. This is code that I use, and is archive false, and, oh, slug.current, hello. So it needs to be slug.current, because a slug object is current, and it has something else on it. So let's say slug.current equals Wally, and she got Wally. Alright, so, let's see how we use this here. Got it. Okay. So I'm actually going to copy and paste this here. And do something very similar, where I'm just writing query. This is very similar to a, let's say, just a GraphQL query, just a query that you're using to fetch this stuff. And this will be equal to the slug that you pass it. And here we can export sanity.fetch movie by slug query. And I think it takes ID. No, slug, just like that. And then we're not using this anymore, so we're okay here. Now you're probably wondering, hey, how do you know this is working? We test it out using our GraphQL playground. And where's the GraphQL playground? I'm looking at my CLI here, sorry, I should be very explicit about that. I don't know where my GraphQL playground is. I guess here. Okay. Movies. So I just want all the movies, and I want the title. So this is an error, which is cool. Let's see. So it's kind of working. Where it doesn't know what data set it wants. Maybe it's production. I don't know. Let's try that. Boom. Sorry, I get excited when I see stuff like this. It just works. Now, again, I am querying my API, which is then querying the sanity stuff. The ID, which doesn't make any sense, I don't think. So let's say slug. And I need to remind myself to take out the ID there. Aha, okay. So what's going on? So I told this here that a slug is a string. Remember I told you we need slug.current? So it's slug.current is the actual string. So let's actually define what a slug is. It's going to take a while to grab everything. So a slug is a type and a source is a title. Okay, so all I really care about is the current though. So let's create a type slug. Or just has the current as a string required. A slug is a slug. And that's required. So now I don't know if I need to change anything. I don't think so. Hopefully, it was automatically picked up by. Nope. That have a slug. Did you mean? Oh, okay, yeah, slug, and that has a current. Boom, there it is. So that's kind of like the same as. Do we care about the current? Yeah, but then yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we could fetch movies. And I had to do all this, by the way. This was a little bit of a pit stop, just so I could use cells. Remember when I wanted to use cells back before, and I noticed that I had to use GraphQL, and it had to grab... So if we remove the API, we can't use cells at all, right? So let me write that down as a reasoning. So, like, if we remove the API, what happens to cells? Just so curious about these things. Okay. Now we could create a movie cell. Let me actually commit this. I want this, I want this, I want the deletion, I want this new SDL that I have here. This is good, this is good. What is this? This is good. And nope, not gonna worry about this. Not gonna do testing this video. Commit, add movie type to API. Okay, awesome. So let's try to create a cell. Oh, what a pain. Oh no, let's get all the movies. This gets one movie. Alright, so we have movies, and we have... Sometimes I don't like naming things like movie and movies, only because it gets really hard to, like, how can I say, understand where, like, you might miss that S, and then developers are pissed at me because I named it so horribly. I'll live with it. And I think this might be enough here. Do I have a movie? Ooh, yeah, but I need to... It's taking an ID. Oh, I know why. Because the movie input is... No, I don't know why. I take it back. Oh, okay, here it is. Where am I? Sorry. Where are the resolvers? Here it is. Alright, moving by slug. This looks okay. Cannot return. Non-nullable for movie.slug. So we do get a slug. I'm seeing it here. It shows up. I'll show you what I see. It shows up here. I have the object. Isn't that odd? It's not. Cannot return null for field movie.slug. It's fetching it okay. So this should be what's running, right? And the slug exists. I'm gonna rig this up a little bit. No, this won't do anything differently, but I'll just make my life easier when I want to console log out the movie. Let's see what's going on here. Want to query the movie. Slug. Let's actually, I have an idea. I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. So we go to movie cell. Yeah. No, that's not what's going on at all. That doesn't make any sense. We're not running this yet. Gonna restart my server. See, it's nothing there because I'm seeing the movie, which is the most annoying part. I do want to render out quickly. Pages in the movie list. I just want to render out movies cell. Alright, then import, is it named or not? There's a lot of magic going on there. That's super cool. Okay. Response not successful. Received a 400 from GraphQL. That's not cool. Wow. I don't know what to do here. Queries. I don't know. This is working fine here. I'm getting a 400. Why am I getting a 400? I guess I could see it here. Nope. Just got a 400. Wow, that's it. You just got a 400. It was not provided. Why? I think I used the movie cell. Oh, I imported it from movie cell. Good. Okay, this makes more sense. I knew movie cell was not working, so that's fine. So let's go back to this whole thing. Cannot return null. Oh, I think I know why. Okay. Alright, so if you look at the structure of what I get returned from Sanity, it's a array of movies with just one thing in it. So I need to just like destructure that array, get in there, and get... Yeah, that was silly. Okay. And this is the thing with like live coding, that sometimes I just feel really dumb. But, so let's go to movies, services. And here, I want to say, give me like the 0th. Right, and this will work. Okay. Wow. That took forever. Okay. Alright, that still works. Alright. Awesome. So now if I go to movie cell, And I have... Now, I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. Does that work? Just that easy? And then what I want to happen, page is movie list page, right? How do I use routing params? They knew what I wanted. So it'll look like something like that, I imagine. Right, yep. Page is movie detail, name is movie detail. So it's fine. And that'll be the movie detail page. Let's look at the movie detail page. It should just render out the slug. The cell. Movie cell. And we'll import movie cell from source components. Movie cell. And remember before when I said people get confused because they don't see the S? That's literally what happened to me before, just realizing that. It's funny. So if we go to movies, Wally, get nothing. And I think I know what's going on, but I just want to make sure I know. Yep, that's what I thought would be going on. So when we create cells, how do we tell it how to take a parameter? Right? This is what I want exactly. So pretty good documentation. I like it when like I just kind of look and it knows like this is pretty much exactly what I want. Oh, so it's taking. Oh, it gets it as a. The page gets the route param ID as a prop. That's really nice. So, like slug should live here, and the key should be slug. Let's say, right? Now, if this works, it'd be really cool. Doesn't work. Close. Slug is there, so that's working. Maybe it's not key. I'm silly. Maybe it's slug. There it is. Wow. Okay, that's super cool stuff. So I kind of did hook it up. I mean, it works a little bit. So movies doesn't work because I don't have movies. I have that. So let me just add a route to movies because it just seems like something you want. Right, and then if you go to movies or something, it's the same exact page. Ugh. Not found. Do I have to restart or something? That's odd. Do I need to restart? Don't tell me I need to restart. That'd be silly. Maybe you need to restart when you create a new route. 404 page not found. It's because of the trailing. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. A little bit. If it's trailing, it thinks it's going to move a detail page, which doesn't work. But anyway, let's delete all this nonsense. Alright, so we're kind of good. I want to create links to each page and get that to work. So, add movie and movie cell. So that works there. Awesome. I don't know what a new movie is. That's gone. Some kind of relic. Let's delete all these keeps. Okay. Edit movie cell still doesn't exist. Movie doesn't exist. Movie form doesn't exist. Movies doesn't exist. I don't know where those came from. Okay. So let's look at my to-do list here. I can fetch a list of movies and I can display a list of movies. Kind of. They're pretty ugly, but theoretically it works. And alright, so here I kind of do want to render out the movie poster coming from the asset. So that means that I need to surface the asset first of all. And when I say surface the asset, what do I mean? I want to surface, let's say for instance for Wally, this poster here. Alright? So in my SDL, let's surface a poster. Sorry. And it'll be of type poster. And type poster will be, for now I just care about the asset. Oh my god, and the asset's a pain, isn't it? Is it a reference? Oh no, it's not that big of a pain then. I almost wish I could cheat. Type poster has a asset. Now type asset. Let's keep it in alphabetical order. Type asset. Has a ref, which is a string, and a type. I wonder if I can make it a string literal called reference. Does that work? No? Okay. I think that's enough to generate the poster. I might want this crop stuff. I might want this hotspot stuff maybe later, but not now. And what crop and hotspot does is you can tell the browser how to generate the poster very nicely, which is kind of cool. All right, so do I have a lib here? No, no lib. So in the same way I had lib sanity there, right? I want to copy off, and what I want here is the URL builder, and this builds an actual URL from the source. And the source, let's see, what do I need here? Oh boy. I think it's a sanity reference here. Yep. Okay. So, it's really just this stuff. Gone. It's not TypeScript, so this is gone. I don't know. Okay, that's prettier. We're not using semicolons for this apparently. And import this. And it should not know what this is, but import. Oh, this is weird. From, so we so it's almost like this Sanity client is being used on both. Oh man, what a pain. So now it's going to be shared, Sanity.js. And you know what? I'm actually going to call this in the shared folder. Shared folder is going to live above here, and it's gonna, this lib's going to be in here. I'm borrowing that from that idea from Angular. Sorry. Okay, and then we want to move actually this Sanity client out of this package.json here, and we'll need to move it up to the general package.json. Let's move it there. Okay, so now we can actually do that. So for Sanity from so hopefully everything still works. Let's see. Let's see what I broke. Oh, you know what I broke? I broke the services. I wonder if they have something to quickly go to the root. Anyway. And now this is breaking. Import Sanity. It's saying that this, I can't use an import statement here. It must be because it thinks it's a node file. So I wonder how to have a shared. So let's see if So another thing for me to ask is how to ask Redwood how to use libs, to use lib shared between to, I forget what they call it, sides. All right. So for now, because I don't know how to do this, I'm gonna have some duplicate code here. So this lib is gonna live here. Nope. It's gonna live in Sanity here, just like we had before. And also, we're gonna copy this and put another copy in web for now. Not super pumped about this, but all right. So now I have the same Sanity client and the web and the backend. Forgot why I wanted to do that. Oh, because this is how we build the... Oh my god, you know what I did? I deleted all the code that I had before. I'm so silly. And so what I'm going to do next is render out the posters for the list. So let's make sure that poster can be gotten. Poster failed to fetch. Nothing's running. This just fell. Okay. So now we are running. Let's bring this back up. Type poster if that has subfields. Yep, it does. Has subfields. It does. It's ref. Okay. Cool. So that works. And now I do believe I take that ref, or I could take that asset. And let's just take that ref and use it in the URL builder. So that'll be in a movie cell, and it's nice that actually this is kind of decoupled, right? So I can here return. Actually, the console log out the movie. Actually, no, we don't have the console log out the movie. The movies cell. Let's actually look at the movie cell. And I can see here, that, let's say I want a poster as well. Let's get that again. I want this whole thing. Right? And here in the movie list, got a lot more. And the way I use the URL builder, import URL from source lib sanity, I believe. Right. Yep. And it's not used. That's the error, right? So return the image for the source equals URL for movies dot that's okay though, so that's silly. Movies dot map movie. Alright, and then we have that. Okay, movie dot what is it? Movie dot poster dot asset. And key. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, that was nice. That was quick and easy. Awesome, right? So there we are. And now we can make it so we can click it and go into the movie. But I don't know if you guys saw the freaking wide smile on my face, but I love when shit like that just works. Okay, we have a slug, and the nice thing about this URL builder is that URL, right, still works. We could have a width, a predetermined width, right? Because see how this is humongous? We could say, let's say 200 is the width. Boom. That's it. So we have all the movies there with a width of 200. And that image is being generated over on Sanity side. It's not a browser side thing where it's, 200. Like, let's say we inspect. This thing is going to have a width of 200. So you see the parameter, query parameter at the end, question mark W equals 200. It tells the Sanity server, hey, don't give me that big old image, just give me a small old image. I'm all good with that. So we have our movie list here, which is awesome. So I think that actually checks off. Okay, go to movie detail page on movie poster, click. That's what I wanted to do. So let's go to Redwood. Link. Actually, wait. Let's actually save our game here. Git add, git commit. What do I want to put? Render out movie posters for movie list. And movie list cell. Movies cell. Okay. Perfect. Trying to think, sorry. What did I want to do? I lost my train of thought already. This is why it's nice to kind of back up, because I lose my train of thought all the time. You back up, you make a to-do list, and you have basically something to get you back on track, back on the rails. Go to movie detail page on movie poster, click. So in movie cell, want to import this whole thing, right? And link. How does this work? Link to. I want to go like dynamic. I think this is what I want. Nope. Routing params. How do we link to that? Okay, cool. So let's put a link to equals. Let's make this smaller. Oops, sorry about that. Let's make this a little smaller. That's why I could copy. It's gonna be, and in here, now the slug. There we go. To routes dot movies movie. And the slug is movie.slug. Missing key prop for iterator. And then we move the key prop one above, and then we're good. So, what? Routes.movie is not a function. So maybe I should learn how to use this. Probably movie detail, right? Click. GraphQL error cannot return null. Oh, slug. So, slug.current. Keep doing that. Slug.current. Boom. That worked perfectly. Nice. So, this is working as planned. Actually, I want to do a redirect. How do I do a redirect? I don't know. I don't know how to redirect. I guess, so what I want to do is like redirect if a person lands on the /, it redirects them to the movies. Actually, now I'm really curious and I want to see if there's any redirect here, Redwood router. Alright, I'm going down to the event here. I'll save that for later. Actually, out of curiosity. It'd be cool if like this kind of just worked. Probably not. Oh, it does just work. That's beautiful. I love stuff like that. That's amazing. Alright, so that's how redirects work in RedwoodJS. To be fair, I do not think... Maybe it is talked about. I just kind of guessed it. That's kind of how like I wish it would work. I hope it would work. That's kind of how I would have written it. And yep, that's how it works. I love when stuff just works. All right. So where am I here? I'm actually done with that here. So go to movie detail page and movie poster click, right? So awesome. So now I have, this is really nice because I go here and it's working. However, it looks like ass, obviously. So I'm just wondering how much I actually want to do. Do I want to do the Tailwind stuff? I don't think so. I've been at this for an hour and a half. So I think I'm kind of done here. Especially since I don't think actually anyone's here hanging out. So I'm not going to do the Tailwind stuff unless someone right now explicitly requests it. But I will make this a little nicer, a little more readable. So instead of just stringifying it, we'll have a div with a p tag. Inside it'll be movie.title. Actually, let's make it the h1. Right. And very similarly, have an image source, which is movie dot. Ooh, no, we want the URL for, right? URL for movie dot. What was it? Movie dot poster dot asset, which we don't have here. So let's look just like that. Movie dot poster dot asset dot URL. This will give us the big one. Nope, it won't. Yep. And then let's make this one a little bit larger at 500. Nice. This is our movie detail page. So, we're done. That's it. It works. Hooked up Redwood with Sanity.io. This works very nicely. Notice the caching, like it's super quick if you already visited a page. Blade Runner needs to load up a little bit, but now it's like super fast because it's cached. Alright, so that's it. That's it for the video. I do believe. So some things we did, we went over Sanity. I do want to show you the Sanity all over again for, let's say, Wally. And this is all the information that we could render out, the poster image, yada, yada, yada. Remember this poster image, make it really, really big, and you can add query parameters to when you query the poster to make it smaller, etc. We didn't render out, you know what, we could render out the overview. Fine, I'll render out the overview. Where is the overview? Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, it's a block. No, I'm not going to render out the overview. That's a pain in the ass to render out blocks. It's like a whole other thing. But yeah, this is looking good. Kind of happy with the way it turned out. Display, title, and image in movie cell. Right. We're not using Prisma for anything at all. Theoretically, we could delete it, but I'm just not going to do that right now. We don't have any functions. I don't know. We do have functions here. So yeah, I'm happy with this, how this turned out. Let's push this up to GitHub. Let's make a new repository. I'm going to call this new repository Sanity Redwood with Sanity example. Make this public. Push an existing. What the hell? Something's being weird. Yes, code. Git. Remote add. Blah blah blah. Okay, so all the code will be up on GitHub. So if you want to see it, it's right there. Probably really ugly and such, but it's right there. To deploy it, let's see what they say about deployment. I don't want a database. Okay. So let's see if Netlify just does it. Basically, is the question. So new site from Git, and let's see GitHub, and let's see Redwood. Master, no DB client, like it. Oh no, wait, no. Let's see if this works. Redwood build. I don't want the DB up at all. Like, there's no need for my DB here. Okay, no DB client. And let's see if I have a web dist. Cool. Let's just try to deploy it. I just try it. Like I won't make sure it works before. Now I'll see if it works on my local. Build, serve. Let's say serve. Oh, they don't have a serve. Generate layout. Info, lint, test, upgrade, open. I guess that's what I want. Yarn Redwood open. No, nothing served. Let's see, yarn Redwood help, right? So we can build for production, but we can't serve it. So I'm gonna actually request that feature. That's a feature that needs to be there. Request yarn Redwood serve on Redwood CLI. Okay. Let's see how this works. Let's see what broke. Nothing broke yet. Oh boy, that doesn't look good. Failed. Okay. So, I'm not going to be able to deploy this. I'm pretty much sure it's just not going to work. Wait, why did it do this thing? I didn't want that at all. Does it just, I guess it just does it. Okay, let's see here. And I don't want this. I think. We should probably comment this out too here, right? Maybe? Let's see. Because Yarn Redwood build works for me. Still generates the Prism client, which kind of sucks. I hate when it works here, works for me, but let's actually RM RF node modules and Y and Yarn Redwood build, because that's pretty much what they're doing on their machine there. Oh wait, you know what? I have to Yarn RMRF here, RMRF these, and this one here, and I think that'll represent. Yeah. Maybe it's a bug. Like, if I did yarn webpack config. Oh, it's the same thing. Damn. I guess I broke it. I don't know where I broke it, but I broke it somewhere. What a shame. Noticing there's no node modules here, and there's no node modules here. So, for workspaces, how do we install all? Right? Does it install everything pre-build, maybe? I didn't know this. Cool. So it's nice to learn something new. Add one more. This is for Prisma to know which client libraries it needs, in this case, to run. I'll read this later, because I'll need that anyway. Netlify, define, install. Netlify, toml. Nope. Can't define what the install is. Install kind of just should work. Workspace installation. Oh, so this should just work. Yarn install. Maybe installs everything here in the root, but I know that I messed up somehow. And I don't know how, unfortunately. I can't imagine needing this stuff. Yarn Redwood build should just work. I don't know what I did last commit to break it. I'm not sure what I did. Sorry, guys. But it seems like it's going to take me a while to fix it. So I won't be doing that. Let's see. In GitHub, what I did last commit. I pushed up, removed Prisma, right? That's it. Let's see RedwoodJS. Their GitHub, see if there's any issues with Webpack. Aha, so this is already done. Cool. What I fear is that I also broke my dev. Nope, dev seems to work. And now I bet build works. No, it doesn't. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll ask on the Redwood forum why it's not working, but at least this build is working. This dev is working. So there's that. Works with dev, does not work with build. Sorry, guys. Redwood build. Let's say if I built the API first. Yeah, yeah, that's what it does. But then it fails for web. Right. Yep. I think it's when I was messing around with all this stuff. Like if I go cd web yarn install, it's up to date. It's fine because it's in here. Same thing if I go here, it's there. Wonder what's going on though. Oh well, sorry about this ending here where I can't deploy it, but at the very least we got something working in development, so there's that. Theoretically I could get it to deploy if I ran yarn dev in Netlify, but that's kind of hacky. Oh, back config. Tailwind I didn't use. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Had a lot of fun streaming. I learned a lot, and later.